I Ain't That Chick.
It's about self-empowerment. It's about self-awareness. It's about self-respect. Welcome to another episode of I Ain't That Chick. I am your host, Nate Barcliffe, and we are here talking about women's empowerment, self-empowerment, self-awareness, and self-respect, because I firmly believe every woman has a story, and women empower women when we share our stories. So I have a fantastic guest here. She's already known, but please introduce yourself to everyone.
Really? Well, thank you for that compliment.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. I'm Coach Tina Lane. It's a pleasure to be here with Nate on I Ain't That Chick. I am one of her fans. I love her. I love what she does to empower women.
Thank you.
So listen, stay with me. I have a lot to share. Again, I'm Coach Tina Lane. That stands for a woman who is a coach for young people as well as for adults about life challenges, life issues, happiness, growing, executive coaching. I do it all.
You described yourself as Coach Tina Lane, and you do some of everything. But when we strip away the sum of everything that you do, and we strip away the talk show host and the Coach Tina, who is Tina? Who is Tina?
Oh, I love that. Who is Tina?
Not Tina Lane, but who is Tina?
See, that's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good question, because that's something I had to come in, have an understanding rather of. Who am I? Because we can add all the titles before our name.
Yes.
We can be doctor, minister, pastor. After our name, we can be lawyers. But who are you?
Who are you?
Who
at
am
the
I?
core.
So yes, at the core. So I don't like to connect myself too much to a title. I like Coach Tina Lane because that's my brand right now. But when you talk about who Tina is an outgoing, energetic, spontaneous, adventurous person. A person who believes that you don't have to identify yourself by your title. Because what happens, and this is just my story. A few years ago, I was caught up with so many different things that I was doing in my life. And what happens, sometimes we have life challenges that come. And you've been working every day, your daily regimen, being whoever you're supposed to be, whether you were that corporate person, whether you're that mother, whether you're that, what's the word? That lawyer, whatever the title that you're working
whatever
in.
title you, and it could even be mom, or it could be wife.
That's what I was about to say, mom and wife. Thank you so much. So this is what you've been doing on a regular basis. So you begin to identify.
You assume the position.
You assume the position of who you are based on the title that you're walking in and your role. So what happens? What happens to that mother sometimes when she no longer has to take care of those children? She doesn't even understand her role as a mother anymore because the children are older.
Right.
The wife that may become divorced. So I've been a wife for so long. Who am I now? Because I'm a single woman, but I've been operating. So you have to redefine who you are. So I had to redefine who I was because I had transitioned. I was there for everyone. I'm the auntie, I'm the daughter, I'm the career woman. And one day I said, well, Tina, who are you?
Everybody's taking a piece of you, or you're giving a piece of yourself away to everybody to where you don't even recognize kind of what's left.
Yes,
maybe.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so I'm a Christian, everyone, when they want to know this. And that's important for me to share because I had to go to God and He had to show me some things. And
You're speaking my language. You see, you saw the head.
Yeah, the head.
Okay.
He had to show me. He's like, okay, so who are you? Because you've been operating these roles, but I want to strip everything away, and I want you to be able to define who you are, to the core, because I have purpose for you.
Right.
And it's nothing wrong with walking in what you've been called to do, like in your job and your career and your wife, but when you begin to only identify who you are by those titles and those roles, someone can ask you, well, they say, who are you? And you say,
I usually say I am whoever I am on any given day.
there you go.
Any given day. But now when the Lord told you that He wanted to strip you of all that, what was your response, or what was your first thought?
My first thought was like, okay, because I thought it was going to be easy.
Okay. There's some work ahead. Some work you had to do. Okay.
I was like, okay, I just thought it was going to be real easy. So I'm like, all right, this is going to be easy for me. But once it all left, when I had to just become, like they said, before God, naked and unashamed of anything, I was like, wow, I was so used to just having this daily regimen of doing everything, and now I have to be still.
Oh, that's hard. You know, that's hard for I don't want to say, I can't, if I can just say women or people in general, but it's so hard to kind of stop everything and be still. And oftentimes when you're being still, that translates into being alone and some quiet time and sitting and listening. And you don't have your girls to go out with all the time. It's just you.
Yes.
For some woman, or, you know, I'll say woman in this sense, that maybe is in that rat race, and she's kind of lost herself, maybe being a mom and being a wife and wrapped up in a career and just kind of not knowing who she is at the moment. What steps? I mean, you know, how do you stop? Because people need your time. You mentioned people taking a piece of you. People don't stop taking a piece of you. So how do you stop and pause and say, you know what, I've got to find out who I am at the core? How do you do that? How do you stop everything and do that?
Well, one of the ways, you stop and do that, you have to do a self-assessment.
Okay, what's that?
A self-assessment of your life. And what am I spending the most time doing?
But you know, I find that people may be afraid to do a self-assessment because you got to look and you're going to see some stuff you don't like.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm about to talk about too. You have to really be truthful with yourself. And telling yourself the truth. You know, we talked about this great monologue that's out there called Black Monologue, and just telling the truth. And when you're telling the truth to yourself about you,
that's powerful.
You know, and I had to learn that. And for me, I call it totally revealing yourself to you. You know, and then spiritually, totally revealing you to Him, which is God, where you're taking off all the masks. All the masks is coming off. And guess what? You can do it in the privacy of your own home. And you begin journaling to write down some of the things, self-assessment of some of the things that you know that you can control about you. When you tell them the truth. So if you are a person that procrastinates, and that's one of your biggest downfalls, you begin to talk about that. I'm a procrastinator. How can I do better not to procrastinate? But you're looking within yourself. You're doing that introspection. And now you begin to say, these are certain things that I've been doing, but believe it or not, I can change. You do not define yourself by the negative things that you are doing, because those are just a false sense of self when you begin to define yourself with negative beliefs.
That's true.
So that's not what you're going to define, but it's about telling yourself the truth about you. Only you know you.
That's true.
Only you know you. And if you can get real with yourself by some of the major reasons why you're not able to move forward, why you're stuck, maybe why you don't know who you are,
that's when change happens.
That's when change comes.
That's when change comes.
That's when change is happening. So you begin that process. And it's a daily process. Listen, it's not something that happens overnight. It's not something that has happened overnight for me. I still have a process that I'm going through, but I had to do a self-assessment of where I was, where I am, and allow God to know where I'm going to go. And so if you begin to do that, you know, and people don't want to do that. I'm like, listen, I don't want to look at me. But you know, you got to change that mindset.
You have to.
Reason why we don't want to look at ourselves, because sometimes we look at ourselves already negative. When I take the time to look at me, I'm not looking at me because it's something negative. I'm looking at me because I know that I'm positive, but I have to deal with the flaws that keep me from being extra positive. So don't look at the things that you're doing as a negative, because you begin to think and you begin to doubt yourself. You begin to put yourself down. You begin to speak negative have negative thinking, speaking negative words. Whatever you have to change to find out who you are and to live your life of purpose. Live your life of purpose. You know. Girl, you done got me on start.
I know, but I'm feeling it flow. Just go ahead and flow. Go ahead and flow.
So you know at that time, whatever you have to do, you just got to begin the steps and believe in yourself. Again, don't allow negative thoughts, the negative words to come out your mouth. You know, that's going to define your character. Any negative flaws that you have is something that you can improve. You got to remember, there's an eraser, and you can erase anything that's happening in your life right now that you believe that you don't have control over. You can. It's just a temporary situation. It's not permanent. It's not permanent. It is not permanent. You have to, okay, oh my goodness, I lost my job. Oh my goodness, I'm no longer living in a house I want. Is this temporary? Whatever, it's temporary. Begin the process, begin journaling, begin believing in yourself. And you can begin the steps of improving who you are. You got to remember, it's not permanent. is temporary. It is temporary. I'm telling you this.
You better minister, Tina. You better minister up in here. I'm serious. It's because it has an expiration date. All of that, change is possible.
Yes, change is possible.
And that's what I wanted to start this year, 2016, with messages of hope.
Yes.
You may be in a situation, but you don't get stuck. You don't stay there. And like you said, as long as you look and you face it, you can change it.
Right, you can change it.
You can change it.
And if you are stuck, because I had a period of time in my life I was stuck. Okay, so I'm going to touch on that since you said it. Address that. Because I don't want anyone to be ashamed when you are stuck. There's certain things that can happen in your life, but if you can think that it's so big that you have already determined the outcome before you even took the first step.
Wow.
Usually when you become stuck, you don't even want to move because you already determined in your head what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So I know this is not going to happen. So you already given the outcome, you're not going to go forth with anything because you already did the prediction in your head. In your mind.
Sentence on it. Yeah.
Yes. But so you get stuck there and you stay right there. You never move. But when you get stuck like that, you start to feel, and this may sound crazy to someone, but you can feel like you're standing in quicksand and you just drowning, going down, sinking, going under. But the one thing before you go all under, make sure you put that one hand up. My God, because this is spiritual, my God. Because there's somebody right there, believe me. He's not going to let you go under. Yeah. He's going to pull you up because he's saying to you that your greater days are coming, better days are coming. See, you got to remember that you're not going to be stuck as long as you believe. You can recognize you're stuck. You can talk about it. You can write it down in your journal. You can tell God about it because He's not going to look at you and be ashamed of what you said.
And you ain't that chick either. You ain't that chick to stay stuck.
You're not that chick to stay stuck.
And it's okay to get stuck for a period of time.
Yes.
But you get up and you keep moving.
Right.
And also you don't keep yourself by yourself too, because there's somebody that can empower you. You always got a sister friend, always a sister girl, or somebody that will just take your hand and pull you up and help you get back into place and get back into line.
Yes.
And a real friend sees the beauty and the value in you, regardless of how you may see yourself at that moment. They see the beauty in you.
Yes.
Tina, you better minister on, girl. You better give me goosebumps all over here. You're giving me goosebumps. So now I want to ask you, who is Tina today?
Ooh, who is Tina today? Wow, that's a good. Well, who's Tina? Tina is a woman that is, I believe, is walking in her purpose. Oh my God.
Amen. Ain't nothing like a woman walking in her purpose.
Walking in her purpose. Believing God for the doors and the new opportunity He has opened for me.
Yes.
And I'm talking only from the surface. The inner side, that's the outer portion of Tina, things that she's doing. God has her walking her purpose. But the inner Tina is a person that said, I can believe in me more now.
Yes.
I trust me more. Even if I have some type of doubt that comes in, I know how to resolve that.
Yeah.
Because I already gone through the steps. So anytime something may come in, and I said, no, can't allow that to come in because I already know.
That's right.
That this is not where I want to be. And this is not where God has me.
Guard yourself.
So I guard myself. And I love the fact that you said you have that friend. We all need that friend. Oh my God, that sister girlfriend, and that's important. We need that person that's our confidant, that can empower, that we can trust with certain things that we may not share with anyone else.
Yes.
And guess what? They're there to empower you. They don't judge you. There's no judgment zone. They're not going to allow you sometimes to stay in your self-pity.
That's right. They're going to tell you to get up. And the beautiful thing is you tag team with them because sometimes they may be going through a moment and you have to be their strength and pull them up. But then they do it for you, so you cover her and she covers you, and that's the beauty in it. But your sister girl, you don't let your sister girl stay there too long.
No.
You say, baby girl, I love you.
Yes.
It's time for you to get on up and get back in line and
That's
see the beauty. Speak life into your friend like you're doing to our guest here. You speak life. And I appreciate you are every bit of the coach. You are every bit. I see why they call you Coach Tina now. Thank you so much. I do want you to close us out, and I just want you to give a message of hope, something positive to somebody that's looking. They may be stuck. They may be afraid to do that introspection and see the good and maybe the not so good within them. Just leave us with something.
Oh, wow. Okay. I want to just speak to someone right now. If you're going through any issue of not understanding your self-worth, okay, and that's your self-esteem is low because some things in life that has challenged you. I want you to believe that this one thing, there's always hope. There's always hope. as long as you continue to believe in yourself,
Yes.
believe in yourself that you can move forward,
Yes.
there's hope that you can. Believe in that. Your outcome at this present time, your situation, at this present time, does not determine your future. Your situation at this present time does not determine your future.
That's good.
And what happens is you may feel as though because that situation may be so hard. Believe me, I understand. Because listen, it could be you lost a loved one. Something in you that's changed and transition in your life, and you're like, I can't move from this place. I'm here to tell you, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. Trust and believe it's going to get better. And begin to just look within yourself and start to journal. That is so important. I want to say to them, just journal your thoughts. When you can't say it verbally, begin to write it down on paper.
Write it out.
So you can go back and read it. And believe in yourself. That's the most important. Don't allow you to not believe in you. Understand that? Don't allow you not to believe in you. And get yourself around other people that believe in you. Because there's people that's believing in you. There's people that's waiting for you.
Yes, people that need you.
People that need you.
People that need you.
Your story will empower another person. You will tell that person how you got over. Today I'm here to empower someone else because I'm telling someone else my story of how I was able to move forward.
Yes. And
So
every woman has a story.
Every woman has a story.
And you don't stay stuck and you don't give up because you ain't that chick.
No, you're not that chick. So
That's
don't
right.
stay stuck. Don't give up. Believe in yourself. That's the most important. Believe in yourself. I believe in you.
Yes, I believe in you.
She believes in you. Because you are, come on, say you are not. You ain't that chick. I love that.
You ain't that chick?
You ain't that
Alright,
chick. So
alright.
I'm just loving this show today.
Thank you so
much.
Oh my gosh. Ooh! Yes. You better minister on.
Stop
live. Every woman has a story, and women empower women when they share their stories. That's what I Ain't That Chick is about. Thank you so much for speaking life.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Want to find out more about I Ain't That Chick? Visit our website at www.iaintthatchick.com.